few weeks ago, I put out a video pretty much asking you what it is you would like to see. And I wrote down maybe 600 great ideas. First of all, thank you for those. It really makes it a lot easier to give you the content that you want versus just me kind of coming up with what I think you might want to see. But one of the comments that came out of that was really an interesting one, to extend a challenge to the viewers of God, Family, and Guns, because God, Family, and Guns is a community, and especially with some of the spiritual content that we're putting out, you know, a lot of us don't have a spiritual community, and for me, this is it. You are my spiritual community, and I just thought that was a great idea. So I want to begin every Monday with a challenge. Trying to do the right thing is extremely hard. Oftentimes, as a human, we try to do the right thing, but it often turns out to be the wrong thing. Oftentimes, we're trying to be good in the world, and somehow it just turns out bad. It's really challenging as a human. I have a saying that I came up with many years ago, which is, if you don't know how to forgive, you might as well just accept that you can never have long-term relationships, because the longer you get to know a person, eventually they're going to do something. They won't necessarily mean to, but they're going to do something terrible to you. It's just a fact of life. You know, the other reason it's hard to be a human is it guarantees suffering. You know, often I thought Jesus come to this earth to be a human was enough. I mean, that just guarantees suffering. Even if he grew to old age, he would suffer. For God to be like that and suffer to old age would be very difficult. But it took him freely giving down his life, is apparently what it took to give us the ability to release all of our baggage and boldly enter into the presence of God. And trying to be a light in the world is sometimes, it's very hard. Because even if we try, we may fail. We may try to be a light in this area, and somehow it just creates darkness. And oftentimes it leads to suffering. So, you know, again, per your request, the challenge that I'm going to give is from God. Because I can challenge you to do certain things. There's all sorts of things I love and hate. And I could throw those out there and challenge you to go against the things I hate or go for the things I love. But honestly, I think for me, the only way that I know we can try to be a light and actually be a light, not just a light, but a light set up on a hill that is seen by everybody, is to follow God's advice. So we're going to take a look. This is at a challenge. This is a challenge I actually gave my students when I worked at a Christian school, a Christian high school, as a science teacher. Just God called me to do this challenge, so I did, and it completely transformed the hallways of that high school. So if we take a look at Deuteronomy 6, starting in verse 5, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And these words which I command you today shall be in your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. You shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be a frontlet between your eyes. You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. In other words, the greatest commandment that God gives us is, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And you better know he loves you that much as well. There's not a lot of people that are willing to lay down their life for me, and I'm pretty sure you could probably say the same thing, but God is, and he did, and he proved it, not just by saying it, but he proved it by doing it. So my challenge is to you is, it says that you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Now, when I gave this challenge to students, I actually had those words, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your might, written, printed off on a piece of paper. And I had about 500 copies, and from class to class. And I said, so I recommend you put these on your locker. That's kind of your gate. That's kind of your doorposts in this hallway. And if you want to just get up right now in this moment and go do that, here you go, here's tape, here's this. And literally, every class, just, lines of students went out into the halls and they posted these on their lockers. And for the weeks following, as you walk through that hallway, you were reminded of this. So my challenge is for you to put this on the doorposts of your house or on the gates. I don't have this on my doorposts or on my gates either right now, but I'm gonna before next Monday. And I've also challenged you to snap a photo of it when you do and put it in the comments below, and I am also going to do that. So that's my challenge for you. It's just a real simple thing. It's a real simple reminder. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. You can't go wrong. If you do that, you will definitely be a light set on a hill. There's no way you can get this one wrong. And that's what I love about these kind of challenges is, there's a lot of challenges that make you look like a fool, or they make you look tough, or they make you look fast, or they make you look smart, or they make you look like you have a bunch of money, or make you look like you can do whatever it is that challenge is telling you to do. But none of them guarantees that you will be a light in the world like something like this. So that's my challenge for you. Also do post a picture of it because we are a community. Again, this is my spiritual community, is you all. So thank you for that, by the way, and I hope it is for you as well. So love to hear your thoughts on this. Put it in the comments below. I do want to say that we are going to put out a challenge every single Monday, and once that gets here, I'll start putting the playlist there as well if you want to kind of begin from the beginning, but we're going to do a week-to-week challenge. The most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests, so never hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.